All right, guys, time for more match lessons from the UTLE Not a Cop match. This one is on shooting on the move, a little bit of technique stuff, and a little bit of when it's appropriate. So when is it appropriate? Basically, anytime you can get away with it. So in a match like this where it is time plus scoring, you have to shoot way more aggressively because where your bullets land on the target is less of a factor. Just getting two of them on there is what you're after, which means you have to really put the gas down a lot more than if it is a hit factor scored match. I might have shot the stage a little bit different if it was hit factor, but probably not, actually. These are all pretty reasonable shots to be shooting alphas. I would have just shot with a slightly more refined sight picture. But in a stage like this where there's a lot of positions, if you break this up, you are generally eating a second per position if you actually bring your body to a complete stop. I have experimented a bunch with this, and that is pretty much the number that I have come down to. So if I am running to a position like this, stopping, shooting those two targets, and then leaving, it will be a whole second slower than if I just walk through shooting the targets and I gain that little bit of ground while I'm doing it. Now, what I'm trying to do is a few things. One, I am trying to keep the gun up as much as I possibly can. So in this case, I kept the rifle up the entire time, transitioned to the pistol, and then kept the pistol up the entire time. So at no point am I bringing my pistol down. I am just transitioning straight across from target to target. Same thing with the rifle. Second thing is I'm going to shoot with a slightly lower shooting stance than normal. So if you look at my regular shooting stance, it looks about like this-ish, except it's just a little bit higher. So I'm just lowering my center of gravity. I'm trying to isolate my upper body as much as I possibly can. And it's important to understand that shooting on the move with a rifle is way harder than shooting on the move with a pistol because that rifle is connected to your upper body. So as much as you isolate it, it's going to move more than a pistol will. So as a general rule, when you're in close proximity, if you have the option to shoot with either a pistol or a rifle, I will actually take the pistol just because it's easier to shoot that thing on the move. Now, the third thing is, I am not going to shoot between steps intentionally. Sometimes I will end up shooting where I will like take a step, shot, shot, take a step, shot, shot, but I will only end up doing that if that just happens to be the way that it happens. What I'm actually trying to do is just pull the trigger when my dot is on the target and just walk through the stage. So this little middle section here is a great example. I'm not shooting between steps. I'm just walking through, shooting when my dot is where it needs to be, right? I'm not timing anything. I'm just shooting when it's appropriate. I'm not paying attention to my feet at all. And that's pretty much it. So the way that you would practice something like this is you just go into your house, set up a little dry fire stage, and don't worry about pressing the trigger. Just move past targets while holding the dot on the target, and get a good handle on how aggressively you can move with different guns at different distances and have enough of a sight picture that you can execute good shots when you're actually shooting a stage. Then when you have the opportunity, go out, shoot it live, use actual bullets, and experiment with how aggressive you can get. And I think a lot of people would be very shocked to learn just how aggressively they can shoot on the move.